Hello and welcome to the third video in this series of expression and formula. So in this video we'll be covering the relationship between expressions and indices. There are different rules for indices. So right now we will discuss what are the different rules for the indices. So starting with the first rule of indices states that when the bases are the same, like a multiplied by a, and they have powers over like m and n, so when you multiply these bases with different powers, the powers will be added together. So it will be a raised to the power m plus n. So again I'm repeating, when the bases are the same and the powers are different, and the bases when they are multiplied with each other, the powers will always be added together. So this is the first rule of indices. Now moving on to the second rule of indices. The second rule of indices states that when bases are the same, but when they are divided with each other and the powers are different, so the answer will be, the powers will be subtracted with each other. So it will be a raised to the power m minus n. So here again the bases are same but the powers they are different. So when there is a division sign, the powers will always be subtracted, and in multiplication sign the powers will always be added together. So these are the two rules of indices. Now moving on to the third rule of indices. The third rule states that when a base is raised to the power m and then the entire number is also raised to another power, that is n, so it will be a raised to the power m times n. So it means that the power which the base is raised to, that power will be multiplied by the other power when you have a power to the power question. So both these powers will be multiplied together. So these are the three rules of indices. Now using these three rules of indices, we will be solving a total of 4 different questions so that you get a better understanding and solid understanding of the concept. The first question is 24 times x to the power 6 divided by 48 times x to the power 4. So here the bases, they are being divided with each other. So we will be using the second rule of indices, that is when bases are divided with each other, the powers will be subtracted. So the first step to solve these types of question is you first need to simplify the fraction. So if we just simplify it, 24 times 1 is 24 and 24 times 2 is 48. So the fraction will be 1 upon 2 and the powers of the bases will be subtracted with each other. So it will be x raised to the power 6 minus 4. So the final answer will be 1 upon 2 times x to the power 2. So this is the final answer. Now moving on to the second question. The second question is 8y to the power 10 times 7y to the power 9. So again, first we need to multiply these two numbers, that is 7 times 8 is 56, and then we need to add the powers together because the bases are the same, y and y are the bases, and so the powers, these powers will be added together. So it will be 56y to the power 10 plus 9. So the answer is 56 times y to the power 19. Moving on to the third question. The third question is 3x to the power 9 divided by x to the power 7. So now here the first step, as I told you earlier, that you need to divide the constant term. So here there isn't any constant, which means it's 1, right? So 3 divided by 1 is just 3. And now since the bases are the same and there is a division sign over here, the powers will be subtracted with each other as per rule number 2 of indices. So it will be x to the power 9 minus 7. The final answer will be 3x raised to the power 2. Now moving on to the last question. A raised to the power 3 to the power 9. So here we will be applying the third rule of indices because this question is a question of power to the power. So whenever there is a question of power to the power will always be multiplied together. So it will be A raised to the power 3 times 9. So the answer will be A raised to the power 27. Hope after seeing this video, your concept of indices and algebraic expression has been clarified. If you have any question, do let me know in the comments section below. We will meet in the next video. Thank you.